Victoria for a month with the parents, and now we're heading west towards South Australia today, and we'll probably make it halfway, a little bit past Hall. And we've got no plans, so we'll see where we go, see where we end up.
We began our round Australia adventure with no real direction in mind, other than to head sort of westish. This plan saw us stuck following the crowds along the Great Ocean Road, just west of Melbourne.
This is like 3 hours.
The Great Ocean Road follows the south coast of Victoria and incorporates some pretty iconic Aussie places like Lorne, Bells Beach, and of course, the 12 Apostles.
It looks like a rocket.
A rocket? It looks like a lighthouse.
Beautiful as the south coast is, we had other places in mind. So we turned north in search of solitude. But what we got was rain. Lots and lots of rain. So apparently, we timed the start of our trip to perfectly coincide with a week-long cold front that covered pretty much all of the south coast. What this meant was freezing cold temperatures, 10 to 20 mil of rain all day and all night.
Leaking, yes. Land Rover life. Leaks right on our heads. Awesome. So you're driving along in the strong rain and it's like down your neck and down your face and you're like...
Oh, that's very funny.
Luckily the rain is stopped. This is night 2.
Night 2?
Yes, we're on night 2.
Can you see the
And it's working
steam
out.
of Tom? Exactly. It's a little bit
It's
cold.
worked out really well. We rocked up really late to the campsite, it was almost dark. It's pouring with rain.
Yes.
And but it's alright. We'll sleep
Part
in the
of
mud.
the fun?
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. That idea of putting the swag in there.
I was thinking that because it's in a gully. We're better off just putting it up on the hill and just dealing with it.
Maybe we expect a little bit different from the campground. It is where you can park the car, but you can't really set the tent next to the car. Right. We are doing that, but like then it's a little bit short in space.
So we're going to knock up a quick pasta.
And also the chili wine.
Thanks, Matt. Roll out the swag in the mud and go to bed.
Yes. This is unlucky. The swag. It is destroyed. It was a really harsh night. Really hard. All this is pretty wet.
I have no comment about last night.
No. We escaped really this morning from the campsite that we were to the little desert. In here today is pretty nice. It's sunny. It's a little bit cloudy, but we are, as you can see, we are drying the swag and things that get really wet after the rain. And for now, because we didn't have really like a breakfast, we were trying to do coffee, but we ground the coffee with the what is the name?
The inverter.
The inverter.
Yeah.
Then we connect into the batteries to ground the coffee. But as lucky we are, the electrical cord just broke. Then now Tommy's just fixing it. And after that I will get my coffee.
So Angelica broke the swag. She won't admit to it. So there's a split in one of these bendy bowls. So my plan is, instead of just a band-aid fix while we figure out what we want to get next. Well, I'd call that a victory.
Yes.
So the first few days weren't exactly what you'd call, perfect. But we were pretty happy to get some of the bad luck out of the way early. It turns out our luck turned rather quick. We stumbled across the amazing Little Desert National Park, where we managed to dry out, do a few jobs and just relax.
Screw that washing!
Day 4, and it's finally time to lock in the centre diff and explore the tracks that wind their way through the Little Desert. Kangaroos. Don't stick your head out the window. Flick sand straight in your eyes. From what we could tell, the only other person using these tracks lately was one of the local emus. Unfortunately for us, this meant the further we ventured into the park, the sand just kept getting softer. So of course eventually we found ourselves on this little piece of track that didn't look like it had been used in a very long time. Even with the tyres down as far as 12 psi, the old lizard just couldn't drag itself and the trailer over the hill. So finally, on attempt number 3, we stopped just before the car bogged down, laid out the max tracks, and it gave us just enough momentum to get up and over the hill.
Keep going! And as usual, after the recovery, I'm left to dig out the max tracks. But this time was really hard. So, Tom came back and gave me a hand. We traded the sandy tracks for walking tracks, and we went exploring along the Discovery Trail.
The information box has a huge huntsman spider under it, and so have a lot of them along the way. You lift these little lids and there's a massive huntsman under there, and we're like, geez, there's a lot of huntsmans, and Angelica got every one of them just about until I got this one at last. We'll leave him to sleep.
The next stop on the list was the Pink Lakes of the Murray Sunset National Park. The lakes were formed from the salt that's left behind from an ancient inland sea and get their colour from an algae, the only thing able to grow in the lakes that are 800 times more salty than the oceans. The pink colour is at its most vivid on overcast days. And in case you're wondering, I did taste them, and yes, they are 800 times more salty than the sea. I may have even put it on my chips. It's like seagull poo. The lakes were mined for their salt starting sometime in the early 1900s and ending as late as the 70s. There are rusty relics of old trucks and machines scattered all over the lakes, and even massive mounds of salt left behind that have almost turned solid.
We hope you enjoyed the start of our adventure. We have a long way to go and hope that you can follow us on our journey around Australia at 80Ks. We would really appreciate a like and a share. And don't forget to subscribe to see the rest of our adventures.